Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session. I am Vera from Vogel IT Media and happy to announce the MCTTP conference taking place 13th till 15th of September in Munich. MCTTP stands for Munich Cyber Tactics, Techniques and Procedures and is a place to be for everyone who is responsible for IT strategies within their organization and enterprise. We are very proud to have on board Janka. Hi, Janka. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great that you're taking your time today, and we're very keen to find out more about your session that is talking about communication when you are a victim of a cyber attack. Why is it so crucial? So let me just dive right into it. What are the biggest challenges a company faces after an attack?
Well, after a company has fallen victim of a cyber attack, many decisions have to be made under a lot of insecurities. So you have little time at hand, you have little information, and you don't know how things will continue, if they will continue at all. And most of the structures and also the technical infrastructure you normally work with, they're not available at this moment. And there is a lot of at stake. So between restoring operations and the IT forensics and the notification to authorities, which are of course also very important, one aspect often falls short, and that's the aspect of communication. In a case like this, you often have to communicate with internal and external stakeholders, some of them which you might never have met before because they're new in this case. And they all expect a transparent and very solution oriented communication. And yeah, this brings real risks if you do it wrong or don't do it at all, because the customers might turn away from your company. Your employees might become insecure and transport rumors to the media, etc.
Oh, wow, that's an interesting aspect. So, apart from a technical side, and once it has happened, so what can companies do to prepare themselves beforehand?
In order to prepare themselves for such a worst case, companies should ask themselves some key questions. For example, they should define what is their most important data. Which data do they need to become operative again? And also, where is this data stored and what does it contain? And which part of it has to be announced or reported to the authorities, for example, the Landesdatenschutzbeauftragte, etc. So it's good to know these insights about your data and also the people you have to report to. Like I said before, sometimes you've never even been in touch with these people, and it's helpful to know beforehand where you have to report and what you have to report. And also, of course, companies should ask themselves, do we have a task force? Who are the people in this task force? Do they know their roles? Are they available even if they are sick or on holiday leave? And who else is available if they are not? And it always helps to have these structures and processes practiced in advance, for example, based on a crisis simulation, so that you can be really sure that things will work in case of emergency and not just written down on paper somewhere. And yeah, it's also, I mean, if we speak about ransomware attacks, you can, of course, consider in advance whether you would pay a ransom in general. Of course, we have to consider if it's even possible under the circumstances, because in many cases it's just not possible for many reasons. And you can, of course, when I speak about communication, also prepare some communication templates in advance. Basically, what it all comes down to is that the management of a crisis like this is a topic that has to be dealt with numerous departments. So it's not just an issue of IT or BCM. So it's a management process which has to be considered holistically and across departments.
Wow, there's lots of things to consider. Thank you very much. So, without giving away too much, what can participants learn from your session?
Well, Dunkelblau has worked together with numerous companies in the past months that have been victim of a cyber attack or a ransomware attack. And we can, of course, or I will, of course, give some insights into the experiences we had in numerous task forces. These are mainly not so pleasant one, as you can imagine. And apart from these experiences and stories, I will, of course, also present some learning that companies can do their best in order to prepare for a case like this.
Wow, very interesting. Thank you very much for your time. So it's the place to be in September in Munich, and we'll see you there and with many other great technologists and consultants. If you want to find out more, it's mcttp.de. And thank you again for your time, Janka. See you in September. Looking forward to. Thank you very much.